Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. We have a super duper special episode today. We are going to be featuring the Veeda practice finger. I did do the whole unboxing of the Veeda hand for my Jennifer Hudson set I did, but this one right here is just for the finger. So here are some of the prep care instructions which comes included in the kit. And this practice finger that I have right here is in the shade V4. And this right here, just by itself, is $19.99 on VedaBella.com. Like I said, I did get this in the kit. The kit that I had got was $189.98. I didn't pay that price because I got it on a Labor Day sale, but that's the retail price for it. So right here, like I said, I got the nail kit, which comes with the nail tips. It comes with the easy tape and the silicone primer. So what I'm doing right here, I just took the number 6 and I just measured out the size of the nail, making sure that it reached sidewall to sidewall. And this is the Veeda silicone primer. If you were to get all of this separate, the nail tips are $13.99 and the silicone primer is $14.99 and the easy tape is $9.99. So what I'm doing here, I am just making sure that I get all the way inside the nail with the primer. And this is just going to make sure that the glue adheres to the silicone nail. And you'll see me use some glue. I use the Kiara Sky glue, the Stick It glue from Kiara Sky. And I'm just going to put one large drop on. It says just one drop, but I kind of smeared it on there because I wanted it to stay good. And after that, I'm going to take my coffin tip and I'm going to put it in backwards just so we can have that smooth round edge at the tip of the nail. So I'm just going to press that in and make sure that it's nice and stuck to the glue. And after I let that dry for a few seconds, I'm going to use the easy tape and I'm just going to put it over that natural nail right there. And then I'm just going to cut it and remove the top part to reveal the tape. And this tape is super sticky. Like once you put the other nail on top of it, that thing is not going anywhere unless you get your cuticle pusher and pry it up. So this is some very sturdy, easy tape. All right, so now I'm going to go in with that same size nail tip, which is the number 6. I'm going to put it in backwards as well. And this right here, the reason why we do it twice is because if I wanted to change out my nail design, all I have to do is just get a cuticle pusher and push it in between the natural nail and then the tape nail and just pry it up. That first nail that we put on is going to stay on there until I actually soak it off. But there's no need to remove that nail. All right, so now we're gonna go in with our Zule nail tips. This right here is the 3XL square nails, and I'm just gonna size it out. I used the number 7. I did go up just a little bit, just because I wanted to make sure that it fit. I'm quite sure a number 6 would have fit, but this one right here, the number 7 seemed to have reached the side walls a little bit better. So I'm just going to glue that on using the Kiara Sky Stick It nail. And I did kind of glue it on a little bit crooked, but I was like, this is just a practice nail. I had wanted to try out a design, so I wasn't too much worried about it. So now I'm just going to cut it down some, and then I'm just going to go ahead and file the free edge there as well as the sides. The sides are already perfectly squared, but I just kind of wanted to blend that tip some. All right, so for this practice finger right here, I'm going to use the monomer from Mia Secret, and then I'm going to use my odor out from getnailed32.com. It makes the monomer smell like peaches. I'm going to use my Zule Princesita brush, and then I am going to use the Pretty in Pink acrylic powder by getnailed32. Now, I will say that it's been a good week since I've done some nails and I was kind of out of practice. So this acrylic application is going to be a little rough, but we made it work in the end. But I'm gonna keep this in my real time right here. And while I'm doing the acrylic application, we're going to talk about Vita Bella just a little bit more and give you some more details about it while y'all watch my acrylic application. So some of the descriptions for the Vita Bella hands and the practice fingers, this is made from quality durable silicone. Their practice fingers are the best way to practice single designs or quick applications, which you see me doing here. I had seen a design on Instagram that my cousin Latoya had sent me, and I was like, oh my gosh, this would be so cute to do. Let me just try it. And I didn't want to do all 5 nails. I didn't feel like doing it on all of my nails, so I wanted to try out this one design on this one nail. So that's why I chose to use the finger instead of my actual practice hand. And also, I love the color of the nail of the finger. The hands and the fingers comes in a nice variety of shades. And they look like real hands and they feel like real hands even though they're silicone. This shade right here is called V4. And V actually has matched her actual hand to the T, like the color of it, and it's called the True Tone. I wanted that one, but it was sold out. But hopefully, God willing, if I can become an ambassador, I'm speaking this to life, I can get another one, even if I have to pay for it. You know, that's fine, or they can send me one. I want the True Tone, V. That's the one I want. But they were sold out when I was buying it on Labor Day. But they have different variety of colors, and it's very important to choose like a good color that matches you or someone that you're going to be working on, or just anyone. I prefer a wide variety of tones because that's my clientele. You know, I have different tones that comes to my studio, if you will. That way, when you're doing swatches, you can see what nudes match, you know, darker tones, what nudes match lighter tones, medium tones. So it's very important to have, when looking for a practice hand, to see what kind of skin shades or tones that they have. And this is the write-up that they have on the website, VitaBella.com. It says, do you struggle finding colors that match certain skin tones? Our practice fingers have the most realistic skin tones available on the market. Use them to figure out what nude to use, what colors go good together, or for swatching purposes on any color you have. And all fingers are handmade in the USA. Y'all, handmade. They handmade these. Like, that is just, wow, that's dedication right there. So I highly, highly, highly recommend buying the Vita Bella hands. I do have other hands from other brands, but this is absolutely my favorite. The texture itself is what got me. Just the feel of the hand. I just love holding it. It's absolutely remarkable. And once again, for the practice finger, it is $19.99. If you do the full posable hand, which is what I had with the kit, it is $189.98. And that comes with the hand, the finger, the easy tape, the silicone primer, and the coffin nail tips. And she also included jewelry in it. You get like so many rings, like these gold rings with diamonds on it. It is so beautiful. Like, I was wearing them myself. You'll see at the end of this video one or two of the rings that I put on the finger. But it comes with all of that. The packaging is amazing. That Vita Bella bag is what I actually keep my nail tips and my easy tape in, because I have my hands and my fingers out in my studio for my clients to see, because it's just that pretty. I had to keep them out. I did not want to put them up in the drawer or anything. Everybody about to see this. Alrighty, so after I finish doing my acrylic application and the acrylic is dry, I take my Tammy Taylor peeling stick file. And I'm just going to sharpen up those, the free edge and those sides, just making sure that it's nice and square. One important thing that I want to tell you all, something that has helped me tremendously, is to flip the hand around, or in this case, the finger around, to file that free edge from the client's view. Like, I feel like that is my favorite part of filing, seeing that shape just come, nice and crisp. So just turning that around so you can see it from the client's view, make sure that you get that free edge just nice and crisp. And now I'm going to go in with my Kiara Sky 5-in-1 drill bit. As y'all, if y'all have seen any of my videos, y'all know that this is my absolute favorite drill bit. I use it for a lot of things. One of the things that I love using it for is sealing the cuticles. It is a safety bit, so I'm not afraid to get up in them cuticles, right? I don't know why I said it like that, but I'm not afraid to, get close to the skin. All right, so now I'm just taking a lint-free wipe and I have some Young Nails swipe on it, and I'm just going to clean off the whole entire finger and the nail, just getting it clean and free of debris. All right, so for the design, I'm going to use this white from the Natalie Carmona Essentials collection, her pink. I'm going to use Madame Glam's Bright Barbie Neon Pink. And I'm also going to use Natalie's blue. And also in the design on Instagram, they used a brown. So I'm going to use this walnut brown here. Now, in the video, they use the airbrush, but I don't have an airbrush, so I wanted to use one of my voice straws because I'm also a singer. So this right here, you can get from thevoicestraw.com, and it helps with like intonation and all this kind of stuff with your using muscles for your throat if you're a singer. But in this case, I'm just going to use it as a straw just to blow out of. Because I don't have an airbrush machine. So yes, a little hood, but I tried to be a little fancy. I didn't get just a plastic straw. I used at least one of my expensive straws right here that I use for singing. So that's what it looks like, and this is what the sopranos use. But yeah, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put beads of gel on top of the nail. And I'm going to kind of make sure that they touch some. And then we're just going to put the straw in our mouth and just blow the design. Literally, blow the design. All right, so I did kind of start blowing it off camera. So this is what it looks like so far. And I just took it from the bottom and just blew as hard as I can to try to blow the polish up towards the cuticle area. So you can kind of see me doing that here. It I wouldn't do this on a client per se because it's kind of nasty, you blowing your breath on a client. But for the practice finger, it's okay. Or if I were doing like my own nails, I would do a design like this. If a client wanted this exact design, I would probably just get like a dotting tool and just kind of marbleize it with the dotting tool. All right, so after I wiped off the sides, I went ahead and cured it. And I'm going to use this little mixing palette that I got from getnailed32.com. And I'm going to use Natalie Carmona's white to draw on the snowflakes. I have a little dotting tool right here. And I am just going to draw on the snowflakes using the dotting tool. Just doing dots in a cross, and then I'm going to go in a diagonal line. All right, so after I have the dots dried on and the gel polish is still wet, I'm just going to take my fine line brush. This is the number 3 in the Marquardt liner brush. And I'm just going to kind of drag from the middle up to the top. And on this one right here, I was pressing down way too hard. So therefore my lines were a little bit thicker. You'll see on the other snowflakes that I did light pressure and I just barely grazed the top of it to make sure that you can still see those circles and the lines are thinner and more crisp. As you can kind of see, I did right there. I eased up off of the pressure some. All right, so while the gel polish is still wet, I'm going to go in with this Not Polish 2-in-1 powder in the color White Glitter. And this is one of their glow in the dark powders. And like I said, the polish is still wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put some of the powder over the wet gel polish. I'm going to kind of shake that off, and then I'm going to do like another coating of that. And what this does is it'll give it kind of a texture, and it'll also give it the glitter as well as make it glow in the dark. So once I tap off that excess, I cure it in the lamp for about 60 seconds, and then I take it out and I dust it off, and then you have your snowflake. Now, one thing that I did forget to do is to go in with a top coat first before you do this, because you do want to seal in that other gel polish. So I did kind of have to backtrack. So I had to get, the lint-free wipe with the Young Nail Swipe on there and kind of wipe around, but not wipe the snowflake. So like I said, that was my mistake. Definitely put on top coat before you do your snowflakes, and you won't have to do this step. I am not a professional at doing nails. I've only been doing it for about 2.5 years, and I always want to stay a student of learning nails and learning different techniques. So, and I want to keep those in my videos. So if I mess up, I will tell y'all I messed up, and so y'all know. So, anywho, with that being said, I go ahead and do the top coat on the whole entire nail, and then I cure that for 60 seconds, and then I'll go in and do my other snowflakes. And something else to save time, a little pro tip, if you will, you can always go ahead and do all of your snowflakes and then do the powder at the very end. I'm not sure why I did it one by one. I guess because I knew I wasn't in a rush to do anything. But if I were doing this on a client, I would go ahead and draw out all of my snowflakes and then put the powder on before I cure it to save time. All right, you guys, this is the final product right here. I think it came out so pretty, and this Vita Bella practice finger is amazing. Y'all, please go to vitabella.com and get one. As always, thank you so much, and please like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.